A milestone in space travel is approaching next month. WEAU's Jonathan Fortier sat down with a Navy frogman who was the first man to greet the Apollo 11 astronauts when they came back to Earth.
The 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission, which was the first manned mission to land on the moon, is next month. Navy frogman John Wolfram is touring churches across the country to reflect on his role on the splashdown recovery efforts. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. The 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission is next month. In light of this milestone, Navy frogman John Wolfram is embarking on a tour to share his experiences with the splashdown recovery mission on July 24th, 1969.
I was a sea anchorman. I was the first one in the water. I was 20 years old, 2 years out of high school. And so I knew I was making history. I knew that the world was watching. I didn't want to mess up. I wanted to make the Navy proud. I wanted to make my mother proud. I wanted to make sure the astronauts were well taken care of.
Wolfram said that Apollo 11 was different because NASA was worried about space germs.
Apollo 11 was different than all the other space recoveries because NASA had a back contamination procedure going on. They didn't know if there's any lunar pathogens that might contaminate Earth.
While Apollo 11 was a national event, Wolfram highlighted the fact that 3 of the men involved in the splashdown are from Wisconsin, including himself.
The officer in charge of our Navy group that put on the biological isolation garment was from this area, Chippewa Falls. The pilot that was in charge of the helicopter 66 that took the astronauts up and back to the Hornet was from Madison, Wisconsin, and I'm from Wisconsin. I'm from Fort Atkinson.
After the splashdown recovery, Wolfram was sent to Vietnam. After the war, he returned to the United States and devoted his life to God by becoming a preacher. Wolfram will be speaking at Pentecostal Assembly Church in Eau Claire Sunday, June 23rd at 10 a.m. to share his life-changing story through so many historical events.